Live from Caesars, Southern Indiana, welcome all to the 2025 Derby City Classic. That's why you're the best in the world right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for coming to the 26th edition of the All-Around Pocket Billiards Championship, sponsored by Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, and Aramuth, along with our associates from Digital Pool, Outsville, Master Chalk, and the great effort by Bad Boys Billiard Productions, directing all week and bringing us in here to Championship Sunday with 2 players left in each division with no rebuys. We're going to have a champ here pretty quickly. Want to say once again, thanks to all of you. As I said, you're the best in the business, and without your support for 26 years, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you, you're the best. Want to just quickly mention before player introductions that this 9-ball event is a WNT event. As a result, it's going to be played with all ball fouls. Jump cues are allowed. .500 players began. 498 of them didn't get here. It's a credit to these 2 men to have survived this far. Let's introduce them to you right now. From Bad Honnef in Germany, this gentleman holds all the DCC titles except for 1 pocket. He's also a world 9-ball champion. He's sponsored by Predator, How Tips, Andy Cloth, and Apex. Please welcome the killer, Joshua Filler. Thank you. His opponent from Toronto, Canada. This gentleman holds all Derby City titles, and he was the first man ever to do that. He's been joined by Fedor Gorst, but he'll always be the first man to hold all the titles and the master of the table. He's also a world 9-ball champion, and in 2019, he was recognized by our industry for his stellar career by being inducted into the BCA Hall of Fame. He's sponsored by the Pagulayan brand. We know him as the smallest man with the biggest heart. It's the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. Go get it, kid. All right, your official timekeeper is Hugh Kringle. And by the way, Huey, great job all week. We appreciate your effort. Same for our official photographer, Erwin Dionisio. Going to send it up to Mark and Scott. Take it away.
Hello and welcome, pool fans. World-class pool demands world-class analysis, and for that, we have Scott Frost providing his insights. My name is Mark Wilson. Glad to have you alongside, Scott. Tell us, what are these players' strengths?
The strengths are obviously Pagulayan's cue ball and then the efficiency of Joshua Filler. I think in the last year, his game has really matured beyond his years, to be honest with you. He doesn't do much flashy anymore. If it's required, he'll do it. But his game has matured, and this is why he is where he is now.
This is a race to 9. We'll be using the Outsville racking template. Ken Schumann doing yeoman's work here, not only emceeing the beginning of the match, but also refereeing. Jump cues are allowed. Pagulayan, 46 years old. He owns a 812 Fargo rating. Joshua Filler, 27 years old. He owns a 852 Fargo rating.
Something that we watched yesterday, Filler's break, really, really powerful. He's going to this side of the table now. He was breaking from the left side yesterday, making the wing ball. Oh, and he's got it down again, Mark.
And the 1 ball's coming down here by the corner pocket. It leapt up. Don't know if he has an offensive shot.
No, and the 2 is tied up as well. Take another look. I think the 1 gets a kiss because he comes off the point because he'd like it to come to the top left corner.
2 balls tangled up down table, so likely a safety.
Oh, look at using the 5 and trying to nudge the 2 open.
Wow, outstanding. Pagulayan glad to have that 2 ball still tangled up because he's going to not have much offensive to do here.
Yeah, can he cross this back and forth up to the top rail? Maybe use the 9 or the 6, or
maybe go right at the 2.
Yeah, good call. Oh, he made the 1.
Oh, boy. What a devastating shot that is. Now he's got a pre-planned safety that's going to really free up the 2.
Yeah.
If he has the angle, maybe he has to roll up on it. I was thinking he could stun down, but he's got a little bit of an angle, so it'll be just a soft speed.
Well, I thought he could draw behind the 4 as well. This is going to be a much easier hit. I thought he might just pinch behind the 4 and send them both up table. But that's okay, obviously. Filler's going to make the hit. You can rest assured on that. And I can't blame Pagulayan for being real containing here with the simple safety.
Plus, when Filler hits it coming off this end rail, the cue ball and the 2 ball both go the same direction, so it's very difficult to get separation.
Yeah, you get 1 shot clock per game. Automatic 30 seconds comes into play when the first 30 seconds goes away.
Left-handed with the bridge. There are a few right-handed players that use the bridge left-handed, which is very peculiar to me. He did try that shot to go thin off the 2. Good job there, trying to make the most of that circumstance.
Yeah, because it's real difficult to get back to the 3 now. He's either going to have to try and draw back. I don't think he's got a path to go forward. He can get into the cue ball here, though, Mark. And I believe he can beat the side. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's real tough.
Yeah, when you have to elevate and then shoot hard, your accuracy on a long ball goes down. He may end up playing safe. You hate to do it because you don't want to fool around with a guy like Filler that can make an opening from almost nowhere. Well, he's queuing up to draw. This will be a pretty shot if he connects.
Yeah, body movement.
Yeah, he didn't connect. Ooh, blessed with a little bit of backdoor safety, good fortune.
Yeah. These guys have a couple options when they're playing the safe. They can thin off of it or edge off of it and use like the 6 and swing the cue ball 2 rails, or he just can't reach it. He'd like to bank the 2 towards the 7 and put him under the 5, but he thinks that he can reach this much better. Just use the 3, 5, and 6 here. Yeah, he did great.
Yeah. The always cheerful Pagulayan comes to the table. He's looking at a 2 or 3 rail kick. It's an option.
Yeah, I think you want to come behind this ball, but he doesn't want to crash into the 5 with the 2. That's the only problem. Whoa, Mark.
Illegal contact.
We know that he wasn't playing to just clip the 2 ball towards the 3 because of the speed that he chose. Had it been soft, then maybe he would have been playing a defensive shot. Here, he was trying to, like you said, crash into him. Filler comes to the table, ball in the hand. Just going to hold there for position so he can roll forward to come down for the 4 next. Filler, a very fast player. There is a shot clock in effect, but it won't have any bearing on what Josh Filler does.
Yeah, and he has used his extension the first shot, but that was just because he was in a tricky situation. It's a rare situation. Yeah, very good transition. Gets through the cue ball as good as any human. Did he want to hit the 7 mark?
No. He just got where he was kind of tangled up. He didn't want it to stun past it, so he just took the soft speed. As our colleague Jeremy Jones says, he's just going to rely on his talent from here on in.
Yeah, is he going to come all the way around, though, or just stay below the 6?
And when he's elevating, we know he's coming around.
Yeah, this needs to run.
Yeah, his speed's off here by quite a little bit. There was no reason to come short and be conservative on that shot.
He's a heavy favorite to just smooth this in. Maybe a pinch of inside with a center ball.
Rattled it home. I will say this. It's like a Major League Baseball pitcher. If you don't get him a real good one in the first couple innings, they get settled in and it becomes very tough. And Filler is very much that way. Sometimes, not very often this week, he'll start off that first little bit of the match kind of rough where he's exposed, but then after that he dials in and then everything hits the heart of the pocket. His speed is good. He's played phenomenal pool this week, much like he did last year. 1-0 is now our score. Last year, he just dominated the Derby. Last night, he ran 5 racks on this table. Then he went and ran 7 racks in the subsequent match and ran a bunch of racks against Gorst as well. So,
yeah, I think he ran 7 against Shane, 5 here against Moritz. And corner ball was flying in, and he's doing it again. I mean, he made the corner ball there. More power to him.
And even more importantly, he's getting the one ball by the corner pocket where he kind of knows where it's going and getting that shot. And, boy, you can't stop him then.
Yeah, it's a particular hit. Others are trying to replicate it. I don't know. You can bet, you can rest assured, these other elite players are going to practice that hit and try to emulate.
Mm-hmm. There's some conjecture about whether the break box is wider here, and most of the guys have been staying more in the traditional area, and so they haven't maybe found the spot that allows that to happen, or maybe you can do something extra with that little extra width.
Yeah, typically the matchroom break box is directly to the line from the inside there, from the diamond all the way to the 1, so you meet at that point at the head string. So it is quite a bit bigger here.
Gotcha. Okay, well.
Uh-oh.
The one ball went in, and look at that. That hung up. I thought it was going to scratch. He might be hooked. He's down looking. See if he can just hit that upper half of the one ball, that would be great, because he can chip the one ball back to the center of the diamond on the end rail and get the cue ball down table.
He's acting like he can see it. Wants to use the 3. Might be a bonus if he could use the 9.
Boy, his speed is good. Filler is only 27 years old. Pagulayan 46.
Yeah, do you have to go to the jump cue to kick this ball?
Boy, it almost looks like it. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. He's going to have to get his jump cue out for this one. Or maybe give it back. No, he can't. It was a good save. Wasn't the push out?
Yeah, I think he's got no choice here. Oh, this is
He's going between the 5 and 8. Oh, my.
Does he not have a jump cue? Well, he can do that.
What a shot. Between the 5 and 8, and had to warp the angle to get that wide enough to come over to the center of the... He couldn't do it with topspin. That was a tremendous shot. I see. No, he has a jump cue over there, to answer your question.
Yeah, he must have just obviously felt good about the connection. Just going to float 2 rails out here. This is a natural outside ball. A lot of these players will use an outside ball here as well, although I think you can pinch 1 rail with an inside. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Danny DiLiberto, we used to be watching pool like this. He'd say, man, can you imagine facing 30 years of this guy? You know, he's thinking of his ranking going down a notch for sure. Yeah, decision to make here. He can go to the side pocket, or he can try to play to the corner and stay up above the side pocket there with the cue ball. But he looks like he wants to come down past the spot, get straight in the side.
Yeah, you're better to come too long than not long enough here.
Needs a little travel.
Yeah.
He's short.
Better to come too long than not long enough because you've got so much room for margin there. Or margin for error there. But if you come up short, you're faced with this. Does he attack here?
Yeah, he's looking at it like he has a cross-corner bank.
Could draw back if he wanted behind the 8, but I don't know if that's going to help him. I think
He's just going all out. Yep.
Just got to commit.
Just bet the game on that shot. Man, it's almost unfair when you have that kind of firepower, so when you make an error, you don't really have to pay the price.
Well, fortunately for him, it did land really nice. But he did come with a great bank. I totally agree. The firepower is always there for Filler.
Yeah, it was an all or nothing shot. Glides the 8 ball home to the far corner pocket. Routine 9 ball now for a 2-0 lead. And off to the races, Josh Filler.
Yeah, and at the start of that game, Filler broke the balls. The cue ball nearly scratching in the top right, Pagulayan. Well, that's the difference between winning and losing.
9 ball event back in 2013. Those guys are nobody. Sir? Who's the man? That's right. This man right here. 2013 9 ball champion.
Well, Mark, do you want to do the honors?
I would love to. Hey, Billy and Cardona, we're glad you're tuned in and listening. We love you and miss you. I think of you often. Yeah. Scott's here with me. He's thinking of you, too.
Yeah, thank you. Everything you've done for me, Bill, you know means the world. Erica loves you and miss you. We'll see you soon. Stay positive, Billy.
9 ball Billy and Cardona, the voice of ACCUSTATS. Taught me a ton.
Yeah, pretty much raised me the last 20 years. One of the reasons I'm in commentary.
He did a good job then.
He was the best there is. Well, look at this cue ball finish. How would you like to have this shot for your Roth IRA?
I'd go ahead and risk it. It's pretty minuscule. I don't even think I have a Roth IRA, but this will be a pretty shot, though, if he connects. Slightly elevated. Yeah. Got some misgivings about that, even for a guy with firepower supreme. I do think he's going to end up leveling out and top spinning this ball. He knows there's some risk of not getting position doing it.
Yeah, I don't even know that you shoot it. But if anybody does, it's going to be this guy. I mean, you can chip it to the bottom rail and come up towards the 4. And he's going to elevate. He's going to try and show us something here. Oh, my goodness.
My goodness. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. World-class pool. There it is. You saw it.
Yeah, and that sends a direct message to your opponent.
Don't try that at home, folks. This guy's a trained professional.
Well, there's about 80% of the players in the field, and being realistic, that wouldn't even take that on. Actually, probably about 95% of the players.
Hardly anybody, yeah. With power, elevation, tough angle. Got to manufacture an angle to get the cue ball down table. Before Filler and Shaw, I used to say there's no such thing as natural ability. Those two have made me rethink that position.
Yeah, I felt like was similar. I mean, I do think he was a natural player, but one of the few that could match that.
just effortless power, just some kind of just a propensity. It's just like he knows exactly what to do since he was born.
Long bridge and something that I think that's an adjustment. I've said that all week. I think that's a small adjustment he's made in the last year or so. The bridge has really gotten longer. He used to be, even though very fluid, a little bit more compact. It doesn't mean amateurs can get a longer bridge. It just means Josh Filler can.
High quality break and run out there. Expands his lead 3-0. Yesterday on this table, Josh Filler's wife, Pia, played a 9:30 and beat Mika Immonen 9-2. She then went on, played Jesus Atencio, and it went hill. She ended up losing, but another great effort because, Atencio, world class.
She was up 8-6 and running out. I was walking by when that happened. So I don't know what had happened there, but yeah, obviously world class.
The Filler killers for sure. Unbelievable. What did she finish in the top 20 probably in the gigantic field? It's nothing but good for pool when you have a female come on board that can play.
To Koch as well, Feathers. Mm-hmm. I mean that's just another power duo there. Federgorst dominating this week. Shocked this morning when I woke up and he wasn't in the finals of this.
Well, the cue ball, Dunkaroo. 1 ball and 2 are down. Another ball's down. 4 balls plus the cue ball.
And the crowd excited to see a little bit of the lion. The table started leaking.
Amazing how many, yeah. We had a match the other day where the guys couldn't buy a ball on the break, right? They didn't make 5 balls or 4 balls total in the whole match.
I really think it's more now at this level how they read the rack. They're so good at understanding the rack. Doesn't matter who's racking them. They can figure out where they're breaking from. Today, Filler's breaking from the right side, and it's just credit to him. You can't knock it. That's for certain. That's why they get paid the big bucks. I like what I saw there. He stayed real solid and threw the ball well. Times with the high ball, he tends to want to flinch. No sign of that. 3 rails tight out of the top left.
Perfect trajectory right to the 6th ball for a stop shot. Big margin of error on his speed there. Smoothly operated there. 3-1 the score. Pagulayan trailing but breaking.
It's a new idea this year. Championship Sunday. Jason Sword, Diamond. Chad, everybody with Diamond. Put it together. I think it's worked. We haven't had any 5 a.m. matches or 7 a.m. matches. They've gotten new software. So I do think that has really helped with adding this extra day for the finals. Crowds have stayed, which is great to see. They're not going anywhere.
No. Huge crowd. Upper deck is full.
All right, Alex is one of the partakers in that match where the break was eluding him yesterday that we were just touching on. I like what he's doing. He's breaking from the same spot as Filler. Now, can he hit them the same as Filler?
minus a scratch.
And
A little
there's
side spin.
It's not a good sign for the Lion.
Didn't get the ball action that Filler did. Cross corner bank now.
Yeah,
A high probability bank at that.
another look.
See, the side spin takes away some of the impact power into the rack.
Well, the 5 just rattled out a little bit high, which is the wing ball. And there's almost a built-in safety to the cross corner. Filler, he's waiting to shoot. He can't stand it.
No.
He is ready.
All right. You'd like to have a shot clock for the referee, so don't slow him down.
Almost a built-in safety, right, Mark? He's not considering the miss, but just in case, he's going to have distance natural to the 3 off the 2 as well. Just don't want to get too far past the 8 and 9 here.
Oh, he's blessed with a 2-cushion bank when he was playing a 1-cushion bank.
Wow.
Now he got pretty thin here. Can he draw that out of there and warp it to get position on the 3 from here? It's bothersome.
No, it really is thin. He can dig deep. Yeah. Look at this.
Man, what a shot that was. He hits the ball that little molecule lower than all the other pros, so he gets positions and effects on the cue ball that they're unable to.
Just wants to come off the rail here.
His long stop shot, he hits it so soft and can maneuver it, and then it's a shorter swing. He's more accurate. The pocket receives the ball better.
Yeah, that's something he does very well, is play to a certain portion of the pocket for less travel on the cue ball in many, many situations.
Nice. Working the cue ball closer, getting a perfect angle.
Notice his pace start to pick up.
I'd say. He used to be, when he was younger, he was so energetic, he would actually go that pace back to his chair. He'd run the rack and race to his chair while the referee racked. I was like, what is the hurry? Off the dry break from Pagulayan. Filler missed the bank, but played it 2 cushions inadvertently, and then ran the rest of the rack with a very nice run out. Especially that first shot off the 2 after the bank. Four to 1. We always joke around, it's like he's got dinner reservations at 5 or something. He's got to hurry up, get this over with.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to our colleague as well, Jeremy Jones. I know he's out there. He's headed to Connecticut soon and doing a clinic in Phoenix, but hopefully he's tuning in. Jeremy, the best.
Oh, yeah. Love his broadcast.
He is so good. Ooh.
Okay, dry break. Going to return the favor here. Open layout for Pagulayan.
Yeah, we haven't seen this, the dry break. I think he did it one time yesterday, and it was game number 1 versus Moritz. From there, it was all filler.
Very good.
Wouldn't even mind catching a piece of the 6 here. Oh, he could kill it nice and softly below it.
Yeah, he's got those extra tools as well with that when it comes to guiding the cue ball into tight places. He won 2 consecutive one-pocket titles here. It was amazing how well he played that week. He'd get the one hard shot off his opponent, and then he would stay in line comfortably throughout the rest of the 7 balls for the duration of that tournament and the subsequent tournament.
Well, yeah, that's always been Alex's real strong suit, is his cue ball. I think a lot of that has to do with his style, the way he addresses it, and really nice and compact. He's always in control, wants to stay close. Was a great shot maker, still is a great shot maker, but doesn't want to rely on it.
One of the only guys that plays with his grip hand behind 90 degrees. You just don't see that. There's some guys that are, well, most are vertical, and then there's a few that are slightly forward, but you don't see anyone behind straight up and down at impact.
Yeah, and then he'll just take the little baby strokes, and once he feels like he's right, that's when the transition starts.
Real slow, straight backswing with Pagulayan.
I actually use him as an example with a lot of the students I work with. And the practice swings, sure, they can be important for certain people, for their timing, this, that, the other, but it doesn't develop the power. Power comes from the final motion. We saw Skylar Woodward get ahead of Pagulayan yesterday, leading 5-2, I believe, 4-1, 3-0. Alex just kind of hung in there like this, and
Yeah.
before you know it, he ends up stealing the match from Woodward.
Right. You're never going to go to run deep in one of these events if you don't steal a match from behind. If you always have to go wire to wire, you're not going to last here. You have to learn to win when you're behind or struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a big opportunity if he can find the break.
By virtue of winning that game, Pagulayan gets another look at this break. He knows he didn't hit the rack the way he wanted to last time. Now he's opting for center table.
And that's where he was yesterday versus Woodward. I think this is more to look at the 1 versus the corner ball. And there goes the 1.
Where's the 3 ball? 2 ball went in. He's going to get not an easy shot, but a shot.
And I think it's kind of natural to come below the left-hand side pocket. I mean, he can take a steeper cut on the 4 or afford it. I think he's got to go here if he can avoid the 8.
Yeah, if he can get the cue ball from here, maybe say it's only just a little bit, maybe not quite a diamond past the side pocket, it's okay. But now he's cueing low as if he's not playing it that way.
I think it's something he wants to consider. The shot clock definitely going to run out, but you just don't want Filler controlling the table at any time. And I think he's not very low percentage to miss this ball. I think he's a favorite. I can't fault him, though, if he decides to go defense. Now he's looking at it. Pretty quick to it, though, now, once he made the decision.
1 rail with the cue ball to the 8.
Yeah. Can't fault him.
No, that's a great shot.
But boy, it's just Filler's so dangerous. You hate to relinquish control when you have a shot. Oh, gosh.
Man, what a hit that was. I didn't think you could hit before the side pocket and stretch it that far, but Filler was aware and did. Almost made it. Okay, Pagulayan comes to the table, rewarded for his safety play with a good shot. Now that was that little in-between stroke right there to check it up. So easy to miss-hit that one and either lose the spin and not get this position or to overrun it. Pagulayan hit it perfect.
Yeah, just make sure you get an angle here. The bottom side is good.
They go too far. He might have went a little further than he really wanted. Now he's got to go top spin.
Yeah, I think you can check it up, like you said, and just come forward. Doesn't even really need to put much English on it, but he might come to the second rail. One rail up is fine. He does go to the inside ball a little bit more than your typical top player. He's very comfortable with it. Grinding.
And a very nice rack there. It was all started with a good safety by Pagulayan. He weighed his options, felt like that had the highest potential yield. Always a fan favorite, too, for his personality. People love him. He's very engaging. He'll talk to people, laugh, and cut up. Alex Pagulayan is good for our sport.
You know, I mean, nowadays it seems like the sport's really cleaned up. We were just talking about that out front. I think most of these young guys are doing great things. Labutis, Moritz, I mean, everybody just really falling in line for a bright future.
And pushing the envelope, you know, the bar gets raised every tournament we come to. The skill set has risen, despite the fact it was as high as it's ever been the match before.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it just comes to mind, you know, the A.J. Manis's, the Ecledio Caci's, Eklund's brother, little brother, quote unquote. Unbelievable how quickly he's coming on. And then all the Asian players. Just global talent. It's
Three in the Cove family. They all play fantastic. Okay, Pagulayan just left of center this time.
nice.
Scored the 1. Going to be tripped up by the 7 ball. He does not have much of a offensive play here. Probably a push out.
Yeah, and this is the downside of playing the 1 that these guys try to shy away from, is sometimes your cue ball can get kissed low, it can get kissed around, not a guaranteed look on the 2. That's why if you can patent the corner ball and play position on the 1, there's a huge value to it, although the hit must be difficult because not everybody's doing it. Going up towards the 6 with the rollout here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming his plan is to use the 7 mark. Or do you think he can come all the way around and get behind the 4 and 5? I think it's the 7.
Yeah. He's just going to try to bury the cue ball behind the 7 and let the 2 come up table a little bit. Doesn't that look simple? Just try it. Just try that.
Yeah, and I think he's got him cut off from the lower right long rail. If he doesn't, then Alex can be a little accurate to the backside of the 2, which I guess he can get to.
Remarkably, this can scratch. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it could scratch there. That's how thin he caught it. Wow.
Yeah, it looked like it's protected, but it's not.
I definitely thought it could scratch past the 7. That's pretty brutal. But the 2 did hang up as well, so Filler probably would have had a look regardless. Do you see any trouble here?
No. No, the balls are kind of at his mercy.
Yeah, maybe just didn't get in behind the 2 enough there. Whether it was a speed thing or just not being able to see enough to get back there.
And he opened it up with side spin, so. But when you use a harder speed, it doesn't open as much. Somehow it was miscalculated, or it was just unavailable to calculate. Had to take your chance.
Yeah, letting the stroke out.
It's a real pretty hit.
The reason he played it like that is he was headed towards the 8 if he went forward, didn't want to deal with it.
And now you're coming right at the 8, which makes getting on the 9 easier, too.
Is he considering coming all the way around?
He might be considering it, but I don't think he's going to do it.
No, I agree. No reason to send the cue ball round table here when you can keep it short, 1 rail.
Yeah, you can check this up with a little inside. He went with outside, so he wanted to just go ahead and hang on to the 2 cushion route, side rail back to the 9. Very, very good. Good judgment. Hit the pocket pure. That's why his speed is clean. And Filler pulls back the game. Took a 2-game lead, 5-3.
Both players shooting mid
Wow.
900s, 929 for Pagulayan. Look at this. Filler 5-3, but 42 balls versus 26. 2 errors each.
That tells the tale right there, that 42-26. That's amazing performance, though. I mean, when you're losing by 2 games playing 929. Always good to see all the people that we don't see all year long, you know. I forget names. I don't mean to. It's just that, I've given them a lesson somewhere along the way, or we went to high school together. I dated his sister. It's always some story. I owe money. I don't know. It's always some kind of story.
Yeah, Mark, I think you still owe me from...
I'm sure I do. The list is long. That was a forgivable loan, Scott.
No kidding. You said that earlier.
Yeah, no. I loved it. Forgivable loans. I'd never heard that term before. Recently.
Inspecting the rack. This will dictate where he puts the cue ball, but he stayed to the right. Watch the 1 rail to the top left. The 2 into the lower left.
Nice kiss. What a nice kiss. The 1 and 2 went down. Kiss. Stop the cue ball in the center. Here comes the 3. Can't tell if the 4 goes.
Yeah, it does, and this is really devastating. This is how he's taken control this week.
Yeah, it's really been by virtue of breaking runouts is how he's won big in these matches. The opponents are so good, you can't Oh, did he get there? Yeah, he did.
Back and forth.
Got pretty flat there because he really had to rifle that one in.
Be interesting to see where he gets here on the 7, if he just wants to stay center table for the 8 or if he wants to come a little more short side. I think he's going to come, well, he's got options. He's gotten perfect to come one rail if he'd like, but a lot of players will come to the second rail with the right ball.
Actually, a third rail, yeah.
To the short side, which was initially what I was touching on. And never can get in trouble with the 9 this way.
That's the 3-rail route. Very nice break and run out here for Filler. Be his second one of the match. 6-3 is our score. Filler edging closer. He's at the 2/3 point of the needed total. He's up to 962.
That jersey was a courtesy of Mega Billiards. They got their Mega Action Room over there. They've also got some.
It's always kind of sad and sentimental when the event winds down. You know you're a year away from another event of seeing everybody. So many pool fans, so many people tuned in, texted in. Tim Myers down in Port St. Lucie, Kathy Kroom up in Buffalo, New York, Chris Salvo, St. Louis, Chuck Laird, Macomb, Rick Chirac. A lot of people come for a few days and then watch the remainder of it at home. Rhett Butler's been a good assistant this week. He's come up with some good data.
Got a bad kiss out of the corner there. I think he's got to look at the 1 for sure here too, so he's got to have to work to get back down here over the 9. Wants to draw in front of the 5.
You get enough of it. He's another foot. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, this is really tough to reach now. I don't know that he'll play this ball.
Yeah, and position play is perilous when you have to thin it like this.
Well, he started to realize he doesn't want to let Filler back at the table. Can't fault him. Cue ball's going to be hot. He's just got to take distance here.
Good job.
Get off the 6.
All right.
Crowd really liked it.
Yeah, tremendous shot. I think it's more the exhibition of control with the cue ball on top of that fanning than the object ball.
Yeah, I thought the speed would be a lot quicker. Okay, drawing back out above the 9 and 7 here.
Beautiful control.
This is one of those, you just don't want to catch it too thin. You can lose the cue ball a little bit more over to the other side. He'd like to just stay out towards the center, even shallow of the 5 if he could. Yeah, he was aware, really dug into this. Doesn't want to get straight.
Great job there. Just a great job.
Yeah, really did do a great job there. Just to come to the natural line back. He'll take an angle on the 6, but he's good then.
Those subtle little nuances that, unless you play a lot of pool, you don't recognize where the real hardship is. Thinking the object ball is near the pocket, you just go out to the center. It's not that easy to always get it there with control.
Right. And did he get a little funny? Like he's going to the right side of the table, his left. I think he can just punch back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Filler wins a lot of tournaments. It's been quite a while since the line, and from my memory serves me correct, that he's really been in a final of a big tournament. It'd be nice to see him get close.
Well, he won't quit. 6-4 is our score. He's going to take a little short player timeout.
We'll be right back.
Okay, 6-4 is our score. Pagulayan breaking.
Looking for the one on the left-hand side again. Ooh.
5 ball, the 4 ball found the side. He has a shot, but it's not one that leads to position.
Did it glue up to the 9? Typically it'll still go, but those are those ones that are hard to measure.
Mm-hmm.
One just went above the side there, got the point. Come backs and glues to the 9. The 9 will slow the cue ball down.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be hard to play position.
I think he's got it a little heavy.
Maybe that's better. He didn't have a shot on the 2 anyway. Yeah, he's got him hooked. Alex is laughing. He realized it was actually a good time to miss. Now, the jump cue's coming out, so that means maybe it's just the edge of the 9 ball and not likely full obstruction.
I say it over and over, you just don't want this guy at the table. Period. Dodged a bullet there. It was a big elevation, though.
Now, combination doesn't lead to much because you have to cut that 1 ball a little bit. It won't be easy to get position unless you're going to whack it.
Yeah, the cue ball tracking back down table. He's looking to play it, so...
Well, I think for the same reason that you're saying, he doesn't want Filler back at the table. Maybe he's thinking about taking on a little more risk than maybe he generally would.
Boy, it looks awful steep on that camera.
Yeah,
there.
no, I agree. Can he just play the cue ball on top of the 6, just lightly bump the 1 forward just to make him kick at it?
I'm sure he could.
Because this is it. If you miss this, it's gonna leave a mark. You're gonna know you're in trouble.
Well, he didn't miss it.
Woohoo! What a shot!
And he was aware that the 1 was going to come 1 rail back up.
Yeah, that was a very, very skillful play to get position on the secondary object ball from that awkward combination.
I've talked about him as far as his reaching abilities as well. Little man that can reach a long way. Uh-oh, you don't want to get straight here. Anywhere but straight. He is not thrilled. Because you don't want to have to come forward and play short of the 3.
Short side position, yeah, that's a long way. You only have a half a diamond for the 3 there, so you got to get down there deep. He may have to play it that way, however.
Can't quite tell how straight he is from this line. There's a good view. Well, this is an accurate cue ball.
Perfect. Nice angle.
Does he have enough angle to get back? I think he does. Just a pinch of elevation to hold the cue ball to avoid the 8. Nice. And this is falling perfect now.
Yeah, preserved a nice little angle there. Well done. We got LJ Bryce that's tuned in up in Madison, Wisconsin. Adam Granatelli, also from Wisconsin, over near Milwaukee. Got the boys at Rax Billiards in Peoria tuned in. Rob Williams, he's a great guy. He runs a great room. 2 cushions around now. This looks good speed control. This all started with a quality miss on the 1 ball, right?
Yeah, he caught the 1 real heavy and fortunately stayed behind the 9.
6-5 is our score. Pagulayan not going away. He is a fighter.
No, and it puts some steam on Filler, right? So to know that Alex is playing solid can bear a little weight.
936 solid, yeah. That's above world class. Filler at 962. That's unbelievable. Otherworldly. There's John Mora coming down to observe the proceedings.
Yeah, and I want to thank everybody one last time for tuning in all week long that couldn't make it. We greatly appreciate it. Sincerely. Without you guys, we couldn't do any of this. I wouldn't have a job up here. Thank you to Diamond, ACCUSTATS, all the players, and everyone tuning in.
Yeah, we get to share good times with everybody. This was unavailable back in my day. You had to hear about it verbally from someone that was there.
All right, last time he went a little high of the side with the 1.
Got it this time.
Oh, he got a good kiss from the 4. I think it was scratching cross side.
Right. I agree. And he has a nice open 2 ball. Won't be easy to get position on the 3, but it's doable.
Yeah, look at the replay here. Watch this cue ball. 1 rail across, coming back to the other side, and a little flick from the 4.
He went and measured to see what happens if the cue ball gets behind the 5 here.
I think he's got to put some speed on this. Do you punch past the 6, or is he's staying level? So he just wants to make the ball. Position's a bonus. Yeah. Distance, if anything, nowadays for Alex, maybe the long ball a little more difficult for him.
Well, he had to do a lot with the cue ball there. That I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm just saying in general, though. Right?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But the other part of it is you want to create that angle, so then you try to you end up inadvertently overcutting the pocket a little bit psychologically or subconsciously, trying to create a little more angle to get that up there.
Absolutely. Trying to force something. So good with the low inside there. He kind of, well, it's just a drag stroke, really. It allows the cue ball to turn over, almost acting as high, but the cue ball takes the line much better going low, allowing it to turn over prior to contact with the object ball.
Nice. That real slow, low, extreme backspin stop shot. And it just opens up the pockets for Filler. And then he has supreme confidence to go with it. You know, super firepower, supreme confidence. Just feels like he'll make anything he shoots at, whatever he decides.
Yeah, it was a big opportunity missed from Alex. Could come back to haunt him.
Yeah, could have tied the score there.
This guy's not going to let up, I can promise. I think we all know that.
Game number 12 goes to Filler, who now leads 7-5. He's on the hill, get on the hill.
Yeah, and I haven't mentioned this all week, but February 2nd, Jeremy Jones and I, along with Earl Strickland and Rodney Morris, we're headed to Connecticut to Yale Billiards. Bobby Hilton hosting us and the Shark Stream. If you're up in the area on February 2nd, get to Yale Billiards.
That would be cool. Jeremy Jones, you, Rodney Morris, the Rocket, and Earl.
Yeah, and then from there, Mark, we go directly to Phoenix, Metro Sports Bar and Grill, and Jeremy Jones and I hosting 4 clinics over 2 days. Very fortunate. Filler, one thing on his mind, that's the W.
Earlier today, Gorst beat Tony Shohan for the Banks final. Then it was Gorst winning the one pocket final versus Shane Van Boning. And this is the last title, the last banner, the last picture opportunity for someone to get up on the banners here.
Watch the 6. There it goes. Ooh, cue ball looked like it might be tracking towards the side. The 3 is tied up, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, the 2 ball dropped in the side late. So now Filler's gonna.
Here's a replay.
Not much.
Watch the cue ball here.
It was going to the side pocket, got kissed. A lot of times we say, I got kissed into a scratch. Well, there's a lot of times you get kissed out of a scratch, too. Playing safe, or is he banking?
Behind
Safe,
the 4.
yeah.
This might get away from him.
And did. Yeah, it won't be easy. He knew that. Get distance on your man.
Yeah, very tough to hold behind the 4 there and hold the object ball. Alex has got a decision to make. Really needs to commit to whatever that is. If he's going to be aggressive, stay deliberate here. Going to the lower right. Yeah.
Jumped out of his shoes there.
Well, he missed the 2 last game, and I don't know that that helped his confidence much.
Yeah, when you miss by that dimension now, that's a large amount. You know, you had to do something mechanically unsound to miss by that amount.
Well, I mean, I think it could be a little bit toxic, right? You missed the 2 last game, and it can hurt your confidence. We've all been there when we miss a ball that we're supposed to make, and then you're faced with another long ball.
Yeah.
Might affect you a little bit. Definitely. Everything went wrong. Filler looking to eat him alive after that. shooting a 970 right now.
Incredible score.
Just needs to get off the rail. Doesn't need to do anything special here. Gosh, he feels good, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he feels like he owns this tournament and all the racks he's run over all the super tough guys he's played this last couple days. Finished second in the Bigfoot to start our event off, losing to Labutus. $971 to $900, our TPAs. There, let's get a look at this. 45 balls pocketed for Pagulayan, 68 for Filler. The errors, yeah, that's 5 errors for Pagulayan. All good. Indicative of the play.
You tell me, 2018 Bigfoot champion. 2018 Bigfoot champion. This is a pullback. Colonel Gomez.
11-10 over Bush to the front.
Just looking at these balls, Aramith and Simonis, what a couple of companies those companies are. They've been around 100 years, best products in the business, still doing their jobs, undefeated in the world of cloth and pool balls.
And on the diamond table, too. I was just talking to Craig Sullivan right before this match. I hadn't seen him all week. He's the founder of Diamond Pool Tables.
Uh-oh. One more opportunity for the Lion.
Well, he's in striking range.
Cue ball was headed there last rack. How'd it make its way this time? Off the 6 and the 8, I think. If not, just off the 6. Speaking of the 6, do you draw back into it here, or do you not?
Well, the rest of the rack plays easier if you do that, but in an extreme act of cowardice, I wouldn't.
No, and I get it. I'm not saying that that's the right play. I'm just wondering, is there a way out towards the center here without having to do all of that?
Yeah, with ball in hand, you probably can.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yep, nice. Grady, that was his line. This would be an extreme act of cowardice if he doesn't shoot this spot shot in one pocket. The professor, he taught me a lot about broadcast too.
Yeah. Still a little work to do. I know the 5's laid up in front of the top right. You just got to get into this ball heavy. But if it's a miss hit at all, you can deal with the 8 or the 6. I don't expect it.
Side rail, back out. No, he's drawing one rail.
Yeah, he was so flat on it. That's kind of my point, right? If you miss hit it, could come under the 6 or into the 8. Alex, one of those guys that likes to stay nice and tight to his object ball. Typically wants to stay real in line at all times. Perfectionist with the cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. he's falling really awkward here. He can go forward, but it's tight.
Yeah, I think it's not ideal. He can cheat the pocket a little bit and go 2 cushions with high inside, but that is definitely not what he was hoping for.
The overhead looks much more difficult. Oh, he had plenty of room.
Now he's got back in line. This would pull himself back within 2 games. Very good. Pushing towards us, getting to see a 17th game here. Pagulayan now at 9:14, 9:58 for filler. During the early days of ACCUSTATS, it was just, it was an aberration. Maybe in the whole tournament there'd be 2 or 3 900s, like that, 920, something like that. Nowadays, they're fairly common by comparison. Here, both players are over 900.
Pagulayan, the Pagulayan brand. He's got it all. The chalk, shirts, the hats. It's a pretty cool brand.
Yeah, I knew him when he was 17. He would come to the pro tournaments and stand outside and play the pros as they left the arena because he wasn't old enough to be allowed in there. And he would take their money. The pros quit playing him on their way out of the pool room.
Top of your screen, Tony and Julie Bloom and Brittany DeWalt, Savage Billiard Gear. Here's the one.
9-ball had
a brutal kiss. The black 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is, yeah. There's nothing you can do about it.
Cold-blooded, this game. Watch this.
Things were looking good, got a kiss, then all of a sudden that.
Yeah, he gets a flick off the 9, looks good. He's actually going to be close to the 2. And here comes the 8 to ruin the night. Yeah, very clean strike. You can tell the way the pocket sounds when the ball hits it. You can also tell when the cue makes contact with the cue ball. Another very clean strike into the pocket. The 8 to 9, really, the only work.
That got a little funny there. Yeah, we want to see a long draw here to finish this up. Get out.
Can he punch?
Past it and forward, maybe.
I think he's going to just try and punch down and out. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to get to see something. This is a little steeper than he wanted to be. The 8 not frozen. He's got some work to do here. This is missable. But if he gets it down and comes around to the short side, it'll be real special 3 rails. Ooh.
Short. Yep.
Caught it fat. That's why he's short.
Yeah, we could see a little bank shot anyway.
At least a little drama. A little mumble and rumble through the crowd. Top right for the win.
It's on its way. It's looking pretty good. And it's down. 2 years in a row, Josh Filler wins this event. Just too much filler. And he played good. What was his final TPA? 962.
Yeah, very impressive. Looked great all week. You've got to hand it to the young man. He played absolutely flawless most of the time. Mark, got to give Pagulayan some credit as well. What a great final he's gotten to.
Yeah.
And also thank you so much for having me all week. I've really enjoyed it. Take it on out, bud.
You know, Scott, you and I have become good partners, and pure delight to work with you. You're really smooth. Okay, we want to genuinely thank everyone for joining us throughout this weekend, especially today. This has been an ACCUSTATS video production, the worldwide leader in billiards programming, and that concludes our broadcast day. That is our time for this time. Until next time, so long.
And final prize.